The 18th century is known for major political changes in India. If you look at the map and you will notice the shrinking boundaries of the Mughal Empire. Not only this, we also notice the emergence of new political powers, the British and the regional independent powers. In this chapter, we will study the reasons of the dramatic changes in political powers in the 18th century. Moreover, the medieval period of the Indian history also come to an end with this period. Students, in this lesson we will see, as I already explained you on the whiteboard, why we could see so many changes in 18th century. The later Mughals. Aurangzeb spent the last 25 years of his life fighting in the Deccan. As a result, he could not give due attention towards Delhi and the northern kingdoms. Hence, the disintegration of the Mughal Empire had begun even during the lifetime of Aurangzeb. After the death of Aurangzeb in 1707 AD, his successors were unable to hold the Mughal Empire together. His three sons, Muhammad Azam, Muazzam and Muhammad Kam-Baksh, entered into a bitter battle for the position of the throne. Finally, Muazzam ascended, he is the second son, ascended the throne after defeating his brother, and the title of Bahadur Shah, also known as Shah Alam I. He was learned and dignified man, but was too old to save the declining Mughal Empire. He was 65 when he ascended the throne. During Shah Alam's rule, the Sikhs and the Rajputs emerged as growing powers. After the death of Shah Alam in 1712, the war of succession among his sons was won by Jalandhar Shah. Jalandhar Shah ruled only for a year when he was killed by Farrukh Siyar with the help of the Sayyid brothers, Sayyid Hasan Ali Khan Barha and Sayyid Hussain Ali Khan Barha. For the next few years, the Sayyid brothers played the role of the kingmaker. During the rule of Farrukh Siyar, the Sikhs were subdued and their leader Banda Bahadur was executed. Farrukh Siyar was also killed by the Saidi brothers. After the execution of Farrukh Siyar, the Saidi brothers killed 3 kings one after the other within a span of 1.5 years. Finally, the Saidi brothers were eliminated and Muhammad Shah, one of the grandsons of Shah Alam, sat on the throne in 1719 AD. Muhammad Shah ruled up to 1748 AD. It was a long time he ruled. He was a pleasure-loving prince who, in spite of having a long rule, could not consolidate the declining Mughal Empire. The Marathas established their power, the Jats became independent, and the Sikhs again raised their voice in Punjab. Provinces like Deccan, Oudh, and Bengal also were out of control of the Mughal Empire. Finally, the ultimate blow was given by the barbaric invasion of Nadir Shah of Persia. Invasion of Nadir Shah. The incapability of the Mughal emperor was followed by the corruption and greed of the selfish nobles. The Mughal Empire, which was once known for its wealth and prosperity, was now exposed to foreign invasion. This time the invader came from Persia. Nadir Shah, originally a robber chief, rose to the position of the ruler of Persia with his ability and bravery. He invaded India in 1738 AD, plundered Delhi, and took away with him enormous wealth, including the famous Kohinoor diamond and the peacock throne. Before the Mughal Empire could come out of the shock of Nadir's invasion, Ahmad Shah Abadali, the successor of Nadir Shah, invaded India 5 times between 1948 to 1967 AD. In this period, he defeated the Marathas in the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761. The invasions of Ahmad Shah Abadali accelerated the disintegration of the Mughal Empire. Causes of the fall of the Mughal Empire, main causes. Aurangzeb's Deccan policy was one of the most important reasons for the decline of the Mughal Empire. The long wars in Deccan emptied the royal treasury and disintegrated the empire. The later Mughals were pleasure-loving and incompetent rulers controlled by selfish nobles. Means after Aurangzeb, there were many kings who ruled under the Mughal rulers, but they were incapable and were very selfish. So, because of their selfishness, Mughal Empire declined. The provincial kingdoms, which became very powerful in this period, weakened the central authority. The rise of regional kingdoms. Because of the downfall of Mughal Empire, now because of that, regional kingdoms, they rose up. Taking the advantage of weak central authority, several regional kingdoms which were originally under the Mughal Empire declared themselves independent. Among them, the important regions were Bengal, Awadh and Deccan. Besides these kingdoms, some regional powers like the Rajputs, the Jats, the Sikh and the Marathas also emerged as powerful groups. Bengal. Murshid Quli Khan, who was the Diwan of Bengal during Aurangzeb's rule, declared himself the ruler of Bengal. He was an able ruler and Bengal prospered under him. He shifted his capital from Decca to Murshidabad. After the death of Murshid Quli Khan, his son-in-law Shiauddin Khan succeeded him. During his rule, Bihar was annexed to Bengal. Shiauddin was succeeded by his son